Insidious is a 2010 supernatural horror film directed by James Wan. It was critically acclaimed on first release, with some critics even comparing the tale to The Exorcist. The film for the time was actually pretty spooky, especially since a lot of the horror movies to come out of the early 2010s seemed a little too reliant on jump scares. Anyway, let's start the review. The plot of this film revolves around a family called the Lamberts, who have recently moved into a new house. Things seem normal at first, until the youngest son, Dalton, who is in a coma, begins to have supernatural encounters. Eventually, the parents learn he has the ability to project his soul. The only problem is that he has traveled out way too far and now his soul is literally lost, leaving his body as an empty shell for some pretty horrifying entities. This plot is pretty creative. The concept of being able to travel in and out of your body was so fascinating, and the way it was handled in this film gave it a lot more watchability due to how well it plays into the plot. I give plot an A. Next is acting. Acting in this film was for the most part good. The performance of the parents were fairly good. It made me feel a little sorry for them, and really made me want to see them get their son back. Which, by the way, that's another thing this film has going for it. A lot of the supernatural events are happening to a kid, and the parents are slowly watching it unfold. And Linda Shay was phenomenal as Elise. She literally stole every scene she was in, and her performance and delivery easily made her the best character in the movie. I give acting an A-. Finally, directing. This film is very satisfying to look at, with the haunting visuals as well as impressive special effects, and that's all thanks to the director James Wan. A lot of scenes from his films are really impressively framed and very well lit. Even the really dark scenes have very impressive lighting. The same goes for this film. This film has a very eerie direction going for it, and only gets more eerie as it goes on. I give directing an A. Overall, Insidious is an impressive film with a fairly dark premise. Hell, even the sequels are somewhat decent, with the exception of the recent one, which was admittedly kind of forgettable. But this one is a really solid horror film, and probably one of the most iconic ones to come out of the 2010s, next to The Conjuring and Hereditary. I give Insidious an A. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and sub for more content.